Thank you so much for joining us for the first year video for our psychology programs here at Laurier. My name is Christina and I'm part of the recruitment team at Laurier, and I'm joined today by 3 students and Dr. Bruce McKay, who's faculty member in the Department of Psychology. We're going to begin by having some quick introductions before we jump into the questions.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin. I'm a 4th year BSc student in the Psych and Neuroscience stream, doing a minor in chemistry.
Hi everyone, my name is Liam. I'm a 4th year psychology and sociology student pursuing a thesis with Dr. Joanne Lee.
Hey folks, my name is Lindsay. I just finished a 2-year master's program in developmental psychology at Laurier, and before that I did my undergrad in psychology and communication studies.
Hi everybody, my name is Bruce McKay and I am currently the chair of the Department of Psychology.
Well, I know this is such a busy time of year for everybody, so thank you so much for giving us some of your time to share your experiences. I'd like to begin by asking what you feel the most important part of the first year experience is as a psychology student at Laurier.
I would say that one of the most important parts of my first year experience would be getting comfortable with the school and everything, but most importantly, getting comfortable with my study spaces. So I really liked the science atrium, and there was a really nice community of science students that congregated there.
Mm-hmm. And so to kind of mirror Erin's statement there, I think the most important part is to establish connections and relationships with like your roommates and your classmates and other students, and also develop good academic skills, because both of these will make you and keep you successful as you traverse the 4 years of your undergraduate.
So for me, it was absolutely paying attention to my academics, but then it was also finding things that brought me joy above and beyond academics. So it was getting involved in clubs and meeting new people in all the ways I possibly could.
So for me, it's obviously been a couple of years since I had my own first year experience, but when I think back on it, it was really about getting involved in every way possible and doing everything I did with a 100% full effort. So to me, that meant going to all the classes, reading all the assigned readings, getting to know my profs, meeting with them during office hours, studying as hard as possible, taking advantage of various resources on campus to improve, but then also balancing that, of course, and balancing it by, going to a football game, going to a basketball game, going to some of the shows the music students put on, joining lots of clubs, just meeting lots of people, making lots of connections. So it's about all of that to really have a great first year experience.
I absolutely agree. There's so much to enjoy and enrich your whole experience at Laurier outside of just the classroom. That being said, we are here to learn about the psychology program. So I'm hoping you could tell me a little bit about what the first year courses in Workload are like as either a Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Arts psychology student.
Yeah, as a Bachelor of Science student, I think that the courses that we take in first year are a little bit different to the Bachelor of Arts. We take a lot more science-focused courses in first year, like biology and chemistry. So it's definitely a lot more, it's geared a lot more towards the sciences.
Mm-hmm. And I come from the Bachelor of Arts stream, so as a first year, you have a lot of opportunity to try out a different number of different classes in different departments because of the large amount of electives you have. So for me, it was sociology and philosophy that I found the most liking to. And then in terms of that workload, it's a lot more reading than there was in high school, but that equals a bit more free time, but you have to kind of make that up. But overall, I found I did better in my first year than I kind of did in high school.
And I'll just add to that by saying that every program, whether it's the BA program or the BSc program, there's required courses, there's elective courses, and be sure to take full advantage of our academic advisors to help you make sure you're in the right courses at the right time.
Now I know that at Laurier, it's so rich with opportunities for experiential learning and different initiatives outside of the classroom to support your program. So I'm wondering if you could tell me what one of the opportunities you've had as a psychology student that you really loved, or if there is something that you're really looking forward to experiencing before your time comes to an end at Laurier.
Yeah, something that I really loved doing as part of an undergraduate student at Laurier was being a research assistant in different professors' labs and helping out with other thesis students and their projects. And just being a part of the whole research process gave me a lot of great hands-on experience and knowledge.
I would like to agree with Erin that the research, being involved in research, you have a lot of opportunities here at Laurier. But for me, on a personal level, it was getting involved in clubs, student clubs and associations. So I've been a part of the Laurier Psychology Society since my first year, and I've moved up the ranks, and now I'm president of the club in my fourth year. So I highly recommend first year students get involved with clubs and associations as much as they can, because looking back now, I have some very fond memories of like helping to schedule events and attending events for various clubs.
So I'm totally echoing what has already been said, but for me, being able to participate in hands-on research and apply what I was learning in the classroom in real world situations was a total gift and set me up and confirmed that I knew I wanted to be in psychology for a long time and ended up pursuing a master's. So it was definitely doing an undergraduate thesis with Dr. Nancy Kokofsky and looking at the impacts of self-compassion. I was like, ooh, this research, this is fun. I want to do this more and I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, so in Laurier Psychology, we have students get involved in research as early as their first year, volunteering in labs. Students get involved in directed studies projects in second year and third year to formalize the research experience. They take thesis classes in fourth year. But in addition to the research, which is incredibly valuable, we have a lot of other opportunities. We have community service learning embedded in many of our classes that gives students a hands-on opportunity to work with community partners. We have co-op. We have a variety of work integrated learning and experiential learning opportunities. So, take advantage of as many of those as possible.
I think one of the best parts about the community service learning opportunities that you mentioned, Dr. McKay, because they're built into the courses that you're taking as a student, it makes it so easy to get involved, and there's times where you get academic credit for it and you just get this incredible experience. So those are all great points. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, this is absolutely the most difficult question that I'm going to ask you today. I'm wondering if you could tell me what your favorite first year memory is. And for you, Dr. McKay, could you tell me what your favorite part about teaching Laurier psychology students is?
Well, I can actually speak to what my favorite memories are as a first year student from years ago. And frankly, it was all of it. I just enjoyed the entire experience, right? Take advantage of everything and enjoy the whole experience. But in terms of my favorite memory from being a prof in those early days, it's really about the connections that I made with the students that I was teaching and the students that were working with me in a research capacity. Many of those students who actually still keep in touch today and tell me about the the latest, greatest things they're doing in their careers. And it's really great to have made those connections and keep going. It's really all about the people and the connections you make. And those are the memories I cherish from the early days of my first year experience as a student and my early times as a prof.
Yeah, I'll kind of add on to what Dr. McKay said about making connections. My favorite memories were all during orientation week when there were a bunch of different events and festivals. And that was when I was really able to meet my group of friends and just find myself aligned with people who had the same values and goals as I did. And it really allowed me to build lasting friendships.
And on a similar note, to kind of repeat, one of my favorite memories was, and it still is today, I think, is how close people on my floor and my first year residents, how close they became and how we kind of still are. So there's around like 15 of us, and to have that sense of they're all my roommates, my floor mates are my roommates, is a special and unique experience I don't think a lot of people do have. So, and to this day, we still reach out and meet up and stuff like that. So
Laurier has a pretty incredible residence program. So I stayed in residence and got involved in house council, and which is kind of like student council, but for first year university students. And later on in the year, they do something called Hawk Weekend, which is a competitive weekend between all the residence buildings, and folks who live off campus have the opportunity to participate too. And my residence building, our claim to fame was that we won Hawk Weekend. So that was pretty epic. And I go all out, so like red paint all over my face, and it was school spirit. And it was all first year students, and it was awesome. And I still remember the cheers, and I swear I still have written paint on me somewhere.
I love hearing the favorite memories. It's probably my favorite part of our whole conversation. And I think the one thing that we always see come through is the excitement and passion and sense of community that there truly is at Laurier. So thank you so much again for taking time out of your schedule to join us. And I also want to thank everybody who is watching this video. I hope that the insights from both the fellow psychology students along with Dr. McKay have helped give you some perspectives on what it would be like to be a psychology student at Laurier. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you on campus soon.